Hello, YouTube fam, it's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Fam, you know what? A lot of people ask me, hey, look, you make so many videos about the same topic over and over. Why are people quitting? Why is it okay to quit right now? Because shit is too expensive right now. If you go from sports cards, comic books, video games, action figures, Funko Pops, diecast cars, Hot Wheel cars, all this shit costs. Gym shoes, cologne, watches, hats, clothes, shit. Everything is super expensive right now. And your pockets don't match the budget that you got set for this stuff. You know, some of this stuff, the prices has went up through the roof. Look at the Adidas Yeezys. Look at these Jordans. They're an arm and a leg. Look at all these retro games. The prices are crazy. Look at some of these toys. The brand new toys cost an arm and a damn leg. So you sitting here thinking to yourself, how the hell am I supposed to make this work? How do I supposed to turn $1 and all I got is 15 cents? So I'm trying to make 15 cents into $1. Shit don't make sense. So what a lot of people are doing, they're just selling their stuff off. They're walking away. Because right now this shit has become too polluted with resellers. With people who are collecting to invest. You know, a lot of people who treat it that way, they mess it up. You know, they're taking everything and treating it as an investment instead of having fun with it. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, man, and I'm going to be honest, you know, once you take it out the package, it don't have value anymore. Not the way it did in the beginning. You know, if you take the HasLab, you know, Cobra Rattler out of the package that it come in, again, it loses some of the value. You know, people say, hey, I could sell this thing for double. You know, right now it's $325. I probably can get $600, or, you know, maybe I could get $800. You know what? A lot of people ain't on bad. It's just going to sit there. A lot of times, once you holding on to stuff for a long period of time, you drop those prices. Look at Michael Jordan. Look at his house. He had that house in Highland Park. It was, what, at 24 million, then it went down to 12, then he recently just sold it. But that house, I'm pretty sure it went for far less. Don't quote me on the prices, but I'm pretty sure the house sold for a lot less. What I'm trying to say, you have people that collect cars out here. I mentioned something to you about collecting cars. I said, hey, when you collecting cars, you know, and you have cars out there, when I bought a lot of cars, I had a lot of cars sitting out there, you know, I would drive them, but I had to pay for the upkeep of the cars. I had to pay for all the stickers, you know, as far as the window sticker, the tags, you know, the plate sticker. Then you got to pay, you know, for gas in the cars and, you know, all of this stuff. You know, all this shit adds up. And a lot of people don't understand it. You got to pay for the insurance on these cars. It's not like, you know, once you buy it, that's it. You got to pay and continue to pay. That's the difference with toys. Once you buy it, action figures, video games, gym shoes, and all that, you know, type of stuff, once you buy it, it's yours. But with cars, yeah, it's yours once you pay for it. But, you know, to keep it on the road, you got to do the upkeep. You got to pay for the insurance. You got to put gas in it. You got to keep the car legal. You got to pass the emissions test and every damn thing. So, yeah. So, is collecting becoming too much for people who are enthusiastic about getting into this hobby? Yes, it has. You know, a lot of people are shying away from it. There was like, I'm glad I seen your video about this and how, you know, these stores are barren right now. You know, how Target and Walmart really don't have nothing into it. You know, so you thinking to yourself, you're like, man, these stores are not having anything and I'm trying to collect, I'm trying to do this. Now all of a sudden I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, you know, what have I got myself into? That's what a lot of people don't understand. Collecting is a hard thing to do, man. You know, you're dealing with distribution issues from stores, you know, whereas certain areas get flooded with merchandise. You know, your area is in a drought. You know, you get floods, you get, you know, things that don't go, you know, as bad, then you get stuff that's just extra bad, you know. And this is what I'm saying. You got dry, then you got desert. And, you know, it's like, man, you trying to fix this and you trying to go to other places, but you know what? By the time you get there, shit is gone. And sometimes the stuff is not even in places where you think there would be, a demand for it. It'd be in places where Rhode Island, Maine. You like, there's collectors in Maine and Rhode Island. You forgot those were even states. Vermont. You sitting here like, yeah, I'm confused right now. I'm trying to understand this. And see, that's what a lot of hobby people are doing right now. RC cars. You remember you had all those RC hobby shops? All of those are closing. You have mom and pop comic book shops. Those are closing. So you having a lot of stuff. A lot of the toy places, they're closing. So the thing that I want you to think about is make it make sense. A lot of people, far as hobbies wise, back in the beginning, a lot of these hobbies were started by kids. Watching cartoons, and the cartoons played a lot with, the toys that we got on the shelves. Transformers, G.I. Joe, X-Men, Super Friends, Masters of the Universe, Turtles, Power Rangers, live action show. Then, you got a lot of other stuff, and you just sitting there like, man, I got the Avengers and all of this other stuff, man. So you sitting here, the Silverhawks, the Thundercats, man. You had all this stuff, the Gargoyles, man. You had just so much stuff. You had the Zoids, you had Voltron. Yeah, but guess what? A lot of those cartoons are not there anymore. They're not on regular TV where they just pop up now, where, the kids can just sit back and watch them before school and after they get out. Things done changed. The hobby is a whole new, different arena right now. And it's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different view on stuff, man. And that's the thing that I look at. We got to think accordingly and act accordingly, man. Things is changing. These hobbies are going the way of the dinosaur, man. And we got to make sure we keep our eyes open, our ears perked up, and we got to make sure we stay with what we're supposed to do. Again, this stuff is not going to change overnight, but my thing is, if you look at it and pay attention, you understand why people quit. You understand why people are looking at it the way they are. They're like, man, I got to feed my family. It's toys or my family. I'm going to pick my damn family. These toys, I could sell this shit and possibly get some money out of this. My thing is, man, turn nothing down but your collar. Stop thinking this stuff is the end all, the be all, man. Shit, you can't take it with you, and if you was kicked out, you can't take it nowhere with you either. If you ain't got nowhere to go, guess what? It has nowhere to go. Real talk. Conscious decisions. People are bowing out and selling their collections on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and eBay, and whatnot. They're selling this stuff because they're looking at it like, I need money now. I need to pay for stuff. You got people over there donating plasma. And, at first I said, man, they donating plasma, they getting shoes and stuff. And talking to a couple of people now, I'm putting food on the table. Shit is real. If you doing all of this to get money, man, guess what? You looking at these toys now, you looking at them in a different light. You like, well, I really don't need none of this. It's not really doing anything for me. But that's just real talk, fam. But to later, thank you for watching. Peace out.